Welcome back to our Disneyland Hotel Diaries. Today, we are tackling one of the biggest and maybe most stressful decisions you'll make for your whole trip, where you're gonna stay.
You know, planning that magical trip is so exciting. But let's be honest, picking a hotel can be a real headache. So today, we're gonna do the heavy lifting for you. We are diving deep into a super popular, really stylish option, the Hotel Indigo Anaheim. We're gonna break down literally everything you need to know to figure out if this is the right spot for your big adventure. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the absolute make-or-break factor, location. Then we're heading inside to check out the vibe and, of course, the rooms. After that, it's time to weigh the perks against the quirks. And finally, I'll give you our verdict with some pro tips to make your stay even better. Sound good? Let's get into it.
All right, first up, and for any Disneyland trip, this is everything. Location. It can literally make or break your entire vacation, no joke.
Okay, right off the bat, the Hotel Indigo's headline feature is its walkability score, a 91 out of 100. For a Disneyland trip, that is a massive green flag. So what does a score of 91 actually mean for you? Well, it means you are just steps away from Disneyland's main gate. Being able to just walk back for a midday nap or a quick swim without messing with shuttles or that absolute nightmare of a parking garage, that's a total game changer. And hey, if you're in town for work, the Anaheim Convention Center is also just a short walk away. Super convenient. And you know, it's not just about the parks. You've got this whole ecosystem of restaurants and fun stuff right at your fingertips. From classics like the Cheesecake Factory to grabbing a quick bite at the Pizza Press. You are not gonna run out of options. And all that convenience? It saves you time and, let's be real, it saves you money.
Okay, so the location is a definite win. But what about inside? You know, the place you're actually going to crash after walking, what, 10 miles in the park? Let's see what it's really like.
I just love this quote from a guest named Becky V, because it really captures a feeling you see over and over in the reviews for this place. People feel genuinely welcomed here. In her review, Becky actually talks about how the staff decorated the room for her grandson's birthday with window clings and treats. It's those little personal touches, you know? That's what makes a place feel really special.
Now for the nitty-gritty. The rooms are really well equipped for park goers. You've got blackout curtains, which, trust me, are essential for grabbing some sleep whenever you can. There are coffee makers for that early morning caffeine hit. And, really importantly, they offer suites and family rooms with sofa beds. That is a huge plus if you're with a larger group and just need a little more breathing room.
And this quote right here, it highlights two other things that come up constantly: cleanliness and food. Guests frequently praise how clean the rooms are, and that on-site bistro gets rave reviews, especially, as Melissa T points out, for the chorizo burritos. Okay, I'm definitely remembering that tip.
All right, now for what might be the most important section. Every hotel has its highlights, and its not so highlights. So let's lay it all out there in our perks versus quirks section.
Okay, let's start with the big wins. And the first one is massive. Free parking in Anaheim. That is like finding gold. Seriously, it can save you $30 a day, maybe even more. You combine that with the amazing location we already talked about, the super clean rooms, the tasty bistro, and a staff that is, for the most part, described as incredibly friendly and helpful. Pretty good perks. But now let's flip the coin and look at the quirks, the things you just need to know about. Several guests, like one reviewer JD94102, mentioned that the walls can be a bit thin, so you might hear your neighbors. A very common insider tip is that the elevator is notoriously slow, so you gotta plan for that, especially during that morning rush to the parks. And while most people love the staff, there are a few reports here and there of inconsistent service at the front desk or issues like a broken laundry machine or not being able to snag an early check-in.
Hey, just a quick pause. If this deep dive is helping you figure out your trip, do me a huge favor and take a second to subscribe and like this explainer. It really helps us out. Okay, back to the verdict.
So let's bring it all home. We've gone over the location, the rooms, the good, and the could be better. What's the final word? Is the Hotel Indigo the right choice for your trip? Look, the Hotel Indigo is going to be perfect for you if you're a hardcore park goer and your #1 priority is being able to walk to the gate. It's also a fantastic option for families and groups who need that extra space of a suite but don't want to pay those Disney resort prices. And of course, it's a total no-brainer for business travelers who are headed to the convention center. And if you do decide this is the spot for you, here are a few pro tips right from past guests. First, plan for that slow elevator. Seriously, give yourself some extra time in the morning. Second, one guest suggested asking for a room that faces Catella Avenue, as it might get you a better view.
And finally, based on a few of the reviews, it's probably smart to be prepared to politely follow up with the front desk if you run into any issues, just to make sure things get taken care of.
So, it really all comes down to this one question, doesn't it? For your trip, what's the top priority? Are you looking for a stylish hotel with a fantastic location and that golden ticket of free parking, and you're willing to roll the dice on a little bit of noise? Or is guaranteed peace and quiet at the very top of your list? That's the trade-off, and only you know the right answer for your vacation. Thanks so much for watching.